Welcome.
Right. Where's your client, please?
My client is still in the custody of Yoko, and indeed specifically at the clinic where he's receiving medical attention.
Okay, shall I ask, what is wrong with him?
Well, he hasn't been well even since last week, and he's still recuperating.
Okay. We've been learning that he's been on some hunger strike. Is this accurate?
No, that I know. 2 days ago in the evening, I had dinner with him, and I'm going to see him now. I'm going to see him now, so after seeing him, I will be able to respond if this happened today or yesterday.
Okay. As of yesterday, we know that one of the sureties had been, you can confirm that you have one surety, but what we've been waiting for is a second, which we have the indication that the former vice president has promised to provide the second surety so he can meet his bail bond conditions. Is this accurate as well? Have you gotten the second one?
That information is exactly correct. I don't have any information of the former vice president standing surety or declaring his intention to stand surety. I know for a fact that I have one surety person who is the I'm expecting it right now, and the second surety is also preparing the documents here. So the possibility of filing both sureties before the close of the day today.
Okay, you're hoping that you're able to file both sureties for him to meet the bail conditions so he can be released from detention. Is this what I hear you say? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. But prior to today, what was the challenge in seeking the bail variation? Since most of his colleagues in the party thought that the 50 million was quite excessive.
Well, yes, all of us believe that the 30 million and the surety and the justification for both was most difficult and was harsh and most unfair. And we also thought of possibility of exercising the option of going to court or the variation of the conditions of bail. As it is now, we have filed this application in the court. Nevertheless, we are hoping to receive the second person to stand as surety and the documentation to justify, and we will be ready for the discharge of the Wontumi.
Okay, help us here. What's the link between his invitation to the CID headquarters? At least now we know why he's in custody with the Yoko, but particularly the CID headquarters.
The CID headquarters, they invited chairman to come for some meeting, which he did, and the subject of that invitation was the allegation that he was involved in mining without license, and he had polluted some rivers in the western region, and that he didn't provide justification for so doing. And the invitation to Yoko is premised on allegations of causing financial loss to the state. So these are different subject matters for inquiry.
Okay, how did that CID invitation go? Of course, we know that he worked there himself. We brought it live to our audience. But as the CID proceeding with anything at all, I know that you're not in court yet, but is he denying or accepting all of these charges against him?
Well, we have responded to all such questions, and in all the allegations they make, Wontumi has responded in the negative. So it is up to the investigation authorities to prepare and pay the charges. And let us not forget that not a single charge has been leveled against Wontumi.
Okay, if you can kindly position yourself as well so we can hear you. So right from the CID, the Yoko as well picked him. We don't even know whether there's another investigative body that's lurking around, so that if he is released from Yoko detention or Yoko custody, he might just maybe be picked up as well. How is he feeling with all of these things happening?
No, he is not. He is not too happy with the situation, having been discharged from CID headquarters for him to be picked. But if they have any reason to invite him, we will always respond to the invitation. The only complaint we have is the mode of doing it. And you see, the mode of application of restrictions on his movement. If the CID or any other institution wants to interrogate him, he has declared his intention to, as much as possible, respect the invitation of any of the security agents. There is no reason or justification why there is always an attempt to frustrate his participation or to even attempt to forcibly bring him to negotiating or interrogation table. He has indicated that as much as possible, if he receives an invitation from any of the security agencies, he will avail himself.
So far, which of the investigative bodies do you think have breached procedure? And I'm asking because of the mode. The Yoko, what would they have done differently? How would you have expected them to go about this?
If they had invited him to come to Yoko as the CID did, they would have come. And he has always given that indication that whoever wants to interrogate is ready. And also because CID invited him, and don't forget he came from Kumasi, but he honored the invitation. The second day he honored it, and indeed it said it except that he was come. So there is no reason for us to believe that invitation to him will not be honored, and that he will have to be accosted in the middle of the road and arrested in the middle of the road. This is the mode of doing the arrest that we are talking about.
Okay. Now, beyond the mode, procedurally so far, has Iyoko done what it has to do, or it's gone excessive beyond the mode that you're talking about now?
Procedurally, indeed, Iyoko has the mandate to effect arrest, and he did. He was subjected to interrogation, and he cooperated. We applied for business to be granted, and they set up the conditions of the sales, and we complained about it. We thought that it was too high and too expensive and very harsh. Nevertheless, the institution also thought that this is what they would do without listening to our prayer for reduction of the conditions. I don't see anything untoward about the procedure, but I'm fully confused about the mode of exercise of the authority that they have, and also the target of the frequency as high 6 million, making it difficult to be able to attract to ensure this success.
Right. So you had dinner with your client 2 days ago. So far, have you had any challenge assessing your client? Anytime you need access to him?
Anytime I need to see my client, I need to be led by officials of Yoko. And as it is happening now, I'm on the road to see my client, and I have applied for officials to facilitate my entry into the place where my client is being kept.
This escort, it begins from, where does the escort usually begin and where does it end? Do you have privacy in having conversation with him?
Well, I would demand privacy having conversation with me. I think that my client he has that right to demand privacy, and I will do this because consultation with my client doesn't require the presence of any other third party.
So far, you have not felt that you have been denied access in any way?
Well, I wouldn't say it is limited access that I have, and that is why we are complaining. Because, for example, the whole day, it is only just now that I have the opportunity of accessing my client. And in any case, if you also see a client that you need to make an application and go through a procedure for approval, you see that it's not an easy arrangement for you to be able to enjoy a right.
I mean, you mentioned that you're not quite happy about the mood in which he was invited or accosted, or however they got him to the EOCO office to start their procedure. But so far, procedurally, you don't think that EOCO has breached any procedure. But for substantive measures, does he feel violated in any way? Rights, I mean. Substantively, does he feel violated in his rights anyway?
The video.
No. So you have concerns about the mode in which he was picked up or accosted in the middle of the road, which you're not happy about. Procedurally, you think that EOCO is also doing what they have to do. But does your client in any way feel violated in any way in his human rights at all, any way at all?
Well, I wouldn't say so, because EOCO has that mandate and they have that responsibility, except that I would have thought that a direct invitation to him would have achieved the same result. Just accosting him in the middle of the road without him knowing anything about any person was ignored. So, yeah.
The Ashanti Regional Chapter for the NPP is accusing the EOCO of denying his family access to him. Is this true?
That is true, because he has not. In fact, me as a lawyer, I need to apply for the application to be approved before I can see. And indeed, I have to be led by an official from EOCO. So I don't see the public of my tribe succeeding in such an application. So far, and his phones have been taken away from him. So he cannot be reached, and he cannot also reach out to anybody. And that is a restriction on his access to his own public.
Is this strange? Is this strange considering what the Attorney General says he's being investigated for? At this point, procedurally, do you think that they are going beyond, denying him access to his phones, to his family as well? Is this a violation in any way?
Yes, I think it's a violation somehow, because I would have thought that he should be given the opportunity to see his family or public him, and to deny him that access, it's worrisome.
Will you seek any form of redress in this particular situation, or you're really concerned about the bond variation?
At the appropriate time, we will address that concern.
So in seeking in getting the surety to meet up,
the hospital.
Okay, you're going to where he is now at the hospital?
No. Say again.
Did I hear you say you're on your way to the hospital, or you're there at the hospital?
I'm on my way.
You're on your way to the hospital. And so you're en route with escorts from EOCO, or is usually when you get to the hospital that the EOCO personnel will accompany you with him? Paint a picture for me.
I had to contact EOCO to express the desire to see my client, and EOCO has nominated some staff to come along with me.
How many men are we talking about?
I have yet to see them because there is big confusion at that point.
Okay. Talking about...
Your call has been put on.
Well, we're trying to get more information from Chairman Wontumi's lawyer Apia Kubi, and when we try and